Hi, this is Umesh Rao. I have around 12 years of experience in manufacturing and service industry and software industry and driving process improvements. So I have been implementing certifications for various organizations and of course helping the organizations achieve their quality targets and productive improvements using Lean Six Sigma. Yeah, so why Six Sigma? Actually, I think it's pretty important that we understand the importance of Six Sigma, applying Lean Six Sigma. In the fast-paced industry, especially when the customers have a lot of information and the expectation keeps changing, I think Lean Six Sigma is strategically a best tool to apply to reduce the variation and improve the quality levels. This is pretty important to apply in the industry. And Lean talks about very simple concepts, saying that how to reduce waste activity. It's very common saying that in each of the process you would definitely find some non-value added activity and certain value added activities. So the main goal for Lean would be to reduce the non-value added activity, and I think Six Sigma mostly works on reducing variation, which is very important. Customers are, for that matter, anybody would always feel the variation. So that's an important tool actually for implementing in an organization. And this wrong notion saying that Six Sigma is only used for problem solving, but as per my experience, I would say that it's used as a critical decision making tool, because it mostly takes data into confidence and then does a lot of decision for us. Some of the examples would be like capacity planning. It can be used for capacity planning, and of course for you have various tools such as chi-square test, which could be used actually to find the training requirements for in the organization. When I say that, it can take a lot of this data and then assess difference between, say, experienced group and non-experienced group, whether who's performing well, whether if it's US operations is doing well or India operations doing well. So based on this, you can arrive at a lot of important decisions. And yeah, my experiences, I've done a lot of black belt projects and also some of the lean projects. I found it extremely important for the management to understand the importance of driving Six Sigma, and I love management to do walk the talk. There'll be a lot of benefits. The quality would be a differentiated factor, because it's pretty much in a competitive world where costs are almost fixed and the customers are so knowledgeable about your process. So it's very important to take Six Sigma as a DNA and drive in the organization. And one important tool for Lean Six Sigma is like value stream mapping. Each and every process that you work on in the organization can be put in this value stream mapping. I've done a lot of projects on value stream mapping. One example would be on reducing turnaround times, especially in the service industry where there's high demand for the customers. So we saw that potentially the wait times were really non-value adding, and using this tool we could find out the factors, various factors. One was high waiting time, so we had a proper queue management system put in place. These are simple things, but at the end of the day it brings in a lot of process efficiency, and also it improves the customer satisfaction. And the Six Sigma being metric driven, it always shows us the real numbers and we feel the difference. So apart from this, I have also implemented a lot of standards for the organization, but the big difference between the standards and methodology like Six Sigma, Lean Six Sigma, is CMMI, ISO and Automotive Spice talks about what to do in a process, but never address how to do. So I think Six Sigma and Lean give us this distinct advantage of having how to do actually. So nobody says how to do, but Lean Six Sigma is a methodology which helps us know how to do things more efficiently. Yeah, and also this Six Sigma approach should be from top down. The planning, for example, G did a great job in communicating overall from the top management, and it was driven completely to the lowest level, and the importance was communicated. However, the implementation would always be bottom up, and Six Sigma actually provides, while working on various projects, I found that Six Sigma is actually a win-win situation between the employee and also the implementer or the top management, saying that because there's also something which an employee can take. He can get certified, and day-to-day activities anyway he's going to do it, but with Six Sigma actually he'll think out of box and then implement a lot of solutions. So this helps in improving the employee morale, and so this way I think training is very critical for Lean Six Sigma. And also there's a culture, they're saying that Six Sigma is only applicable to manufacturing industry, but of late it's driven its value into service industry and then hospital industry. So we have seen a lot of improvements in that. There are a lot of factors of what was followed in Lean, for example, Kaizen, which was done in manufacturing, which can be adopted in service industry. So these kind of cultural changes should get into the organization, and top management should realize its benefits. For example, this is saying that 1% improvement in all the areas is more beneficial than getting 99% improvement in one area. So for this to happen, I think the contribution from employees is significant, and the people who work actually on the process are the ones who know more about the improvements. So it's very important. Lean as a philosophy says that you have to implement this activity. I mean, getting all the employees and team members get into improvement objectives so that it's in a DNA, and there would be a big improvement which will result in bottom line increase, and also help the top line growth, because keeping customers satisfied and the customer attrition would definitely reduce. So I would say my experiences, I've driven a lot of projects in Six Sigma. From product development, we use various tools and techniques like DFSS, Design for Six Sigma, and then we use a lot of modeling techniques for forecasting, and then keeping other products as benchmark and doing it. So it helps the company achieve. And we use a lot of tests. For example, I previously a chi-square test or binary logistic regression, saying that okay, if the data is loaded, for example, in a server project, what's the reliability of the server? For example, it would be 100 GB beyond which it will fail. So that helps us to do a lot of improvement activities. So I would say that if management is willing, we can get tremendous benefits from implementing Six Sigma, Lean Six Sigma in the organization. Thank you.